This is a solar-based pool lighting kit. You get your solar panels, you get a pair of these. You get your solar panels and an on and off switch here. It comes with a credit card remote, which is like a cell battery. I mean, you see these are ubiquitous in these types of things made in China. But it pretty much works as simple as it looks. You got different colors, RGB, different shades of it. You can do the fading effect and, you know, timer effect and so forth. Now, when you do turn this on, in a minute I will, you first need to press this thing first, and immediately you can see that it starts to emit light in a specific pattern, and you can, for the sake of not blinding the camera, I'm going to face it down, and you can change the different lights. It's quite responsive. Now you can also do some fading patterns, as you can see there. Flickering kind of just jumps like that, and a nice sweep and so forth. I'm not really going to go through all of them. What you'll notice though is that during daylight, so long as this is on, during daylight, if I flip it across like that, it immediately turns off, because the sensors basically pick up the fact that it's daytime, so it will actually just go into charging mode for the rest of the daylight. And then as soon as it turns night, it turns back on. So one thing that I really don't like about this is you can see it turns off quite immediately. There's a window over there that's kind of showing the ambient light. If you flip this over, now I'm just going to get this set up. I'm going to go to red so it's obvious. So during the day, you get some light, turns off, cool, charges during the day, and then it turns dark at dusk. It stays red, but now I'm actually going to turn this off and back on, and you can immediately see that it turns back to the default, which is this shimmery light. So what I don't like about this is if you run out of batteries completely, you've essentially lost the last setting. So that's effectively the same as me powering it off like this. And lo and behold, one evening you come in, your pool's looking like a party house. I really don't like that. I really dislike that. I'm going to put it back to red. And I mean, for me, I kind of like the bluer shades in my pool like that. And so long as it's not powered off, it does retain the last setting. So pretend it's day and now it's night. Boom, back to blue. Okay? Right? Back to blue. But the moment that this thing loses power, right? So I'm going to go back. I'm actually clicking it off. Okay, I'm going to click back on. Goes back to the shimmery light, as you can see here. So it doesn't retain the last light setting. In general, it should be fine so long as your panel is constantly trickle charging the battery, internal battery. But for any day that it's really gloomy, cloudy, not a lot of sunlight during the day, and suddenly your battery dies, it will actually revert back to this setting, which I really dislike. That's going to be an issue for me. But you know, hopefully it's far and few in between. That's pretty much it in terms of the light settings. Now, just the last thing, the mounting. The problem with this mounting is that although it is magnetic, you can see that it kind of just slaps on like that. How you mount it on the walls of the pool essentially is super glue, okay? Or you can, I don't know, screw it? No thanks. I'm not doing any of that on my pool walls. Now, for me, because I'm not comfortable with any of that, I am not going to mount it permanently. It's going to kind of be dangling. For me, I'm using it for my hot tub. So it's just going to be dangling on the side without any glue. And this part's going to be outside of my hot tub. And that's pretty much how I'm going to be using this. I don't feel comfortable gluing it to my vinyl pool walls liner. No thanks, not cool for me. So that's probably the biggest showstopper for anyone wanting to use it in the pool. And even if you have an above ground pool, I wouldn't be comfortable with that situation either. So if you're going to use it in a hot tub, it will work, but obviously because you're not mounting it on anything, when your jets are going, then this kind of, won't work at all. But if you're just in a slow mode, the lighting inside the water is quite nice actually. It gives you a nice mood lighting in there. That's pretty much sums it up here. I hope this helps.
supposed to be